Morning everybody, hello, welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby, thanks for joining us. Middle of the week already, middle for diddle, can you believe it? Halfway through the week, it's Wednesday, thanks for joining us. It is going to be a fantastic day today, lots coming up with it being Wednesday, of course a little bit later on. I think fast becoming a lot of people's favourite show of the week, Beautiful Beginnings, where we go back to basics. We get ready to answer all of your questions, and by all of your questions I mean all of your questions. Anything you want to ask, if you are new to the channel, new to crafting, that is definitely going to be the show for you. We've got a masterclass in the middle of the day as well, and of course we highlight all of what is coming up on the day in this show, Wake Up Call, and it's a really great show actually because we welcome back one of my absolute faves, and it's a bit of a, well, we'd call it a spring clean. It is more of what I would like to call a spring sheen. I know it's not spring, because what we're going to be doing is bringing you some of the best goodies from Sheena from 2023, smashing them out at ridiculous prices for you so we can get ready for new launches in 2024. The clue's in the name. She's back. We're super delighted. It is the one and only Sheena Douglas. How are you?
Tickety boo, ready to go.
Tickety boo, ready to go.
Back after Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Oh yeah, go on, do it. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah. 10 days in. I'm wondering when like the cut-off point is for saying Happy New Year.
Yeah, I usually carry it on quite a bit, you know. I like that where you go to the shops and everybody's going, oh, all the best.
Yeah.
Christmas, Happy New Year. I like that.
Yeah.
I like to continue it, you know.
Yeah.
In America, have a nice day. We don't do that as much, do we?
No, we don't do that, do we? Maybe we should start that a little bit more. Have a nice day, y'all.
Yeah, or y'all come back, you hear?
Do they do that as well?
No, that's in the south. You're there.
Ah.
You get the south. Not in California as much.
Ah, what did they say? Y'all?
Y'all come back, you hear?
Y'all come back, you hear? Oh, nice. Your Christmas and New Year, it was a bit com-ci, com-ça, wasn't it?
It was a bit because of stupid virus. That just
no.
was the gift that kept giving. It just, you know, when you go, oh, I feel better today. Yes, thank you. And then the next day you go, oh, no. Oh, no. And it just kept going. And Maria had it, and the family members had it. And it just was like, and I love Christmas. I'm a kid.
Yeah.
Christmas and New Year. But I'm not bitter.
No. We were saying, weren't we, as much as we had sort of okay Christmases, mine was fairly uneventful, but we never really felt that sort of Christmas magic this year, did we? I didn't.
I think that's it. I put the tree up, you know, as soon as I put the tree up, I'm like a kid with it, ooh, pretty light, ooh. And it didn't really, I wasn't really like into it, but I think that's when you're feeling poorly as well.
Yeah.
You just do that, you know. Yeah, you try, but then you go, meh.
Meh. But so you're glad to be back at Crafters TV, is kind of what you're saying, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Bring it on.
And the whole point about today, as I understand it, is that we are bringing back what is left of your fantastic collections. We've got up to 50% off. Check the website for all of the deals. And you're going to be inspiring us for all of these amazing products that you brought. Maybe for people who've not seen them before, but also for people who've already picked them up. Hopefully, lots of great demos and inspiration for them, right?
Absolutely. You know what? And I'm going to play because we've got so much on the show, because they're all the collections that we've, it's kind of like it's a smorgasbord of lovely crafty things, and so we mix them up, and I might be mixing and matching across pollinating collections. Who knows, we might just do a bit of that with this one and that one, and so stay tuned. I'm not 100% sure what's going to come up either. Once I start playing, you know me, I am the tangent woman.
The tangent woman. Yeah, you know, we have plans in place. I don't want you to ever think, you know, on a Wednesday, it's like, oh, they just come in and, like, you know, they didn't plan the show. We do. We always have plans in place. We have, like, a roadmap, and then all of a sudden, like, we're going down, like, the road, and all of a sudden, Sheena will just see, like, a little back alley. She'll go, oh, down there, and then we have to go,
where is she?
And we have to go and follow her. Then we sort of get her back on the main road, and then all of a sudden, again, she goes, oh, there's another side alley, and she goes. So it's going to be one of those days. Get in touch, though, as well, because, you know, any of these shows, anything you want to see, anything you want Sheena to show, you can get in touch with us and ask us right throughout the day. You have got some finished samples there, because this is a bit of an idea of what we've got coming up, isn't it?
Because we've got some fabulous collections and very low stock on these ones, Ben. So this is these were the A6 ones. So if you like smaller format card and you just want to stamp something, and for different occasions, these are like the occasions ones. This is very 1920s kind of, you know, the flapper kind of era, and just chin chin and have a cocktail and have a lovely have a night out. And then there's the kind of like I like a card with a bit of humour, because this is like low tech office. So not what we know as an office now, but when you go, well, where's the screen? Where's the not even a regular phone. But I think for like a retirement, for someone who is a bit techie, it's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek. When we launched this one, you love this technique.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's on. I should mention all these cards and all these techniques. If you are on the Inkets, which a lot of you are, or join the Sheena's Inkets, all of the techniques are there. So don't, if you see anything today and you think, oh, she didn't show me how to do that, don't worry about it. They're all there. They're all there. I mean, in step by step. I think Debbie did a step by step for that green one that you really were loving. And this is a great one for moving house, for even going away to college this year, for on your travels, or if someone who's like out on a journey, whatever.
Yeah.
I think, are those the ones that we've got on there?
That's the special moments, isn't it?
That's the special moments.
And we've got only a few of those available.
Have we? And I'm not sure if this one, I had this one out, not sure if we've still got this one. This is the retirement.
No, I think, I'll double check when I get over the side.
Double check. I'm going to show you it anyway, but just double check. Double check. I should have, because these are what we have left of collections. If you like them, don't hang around.
Exactly right.
That's the message, isn't it?
Absolutely. See what you like, get it in your basket, get it checked out. Actually, as well, before we even get over there, one of the first types we're going to be looking at, the Timeless Leaves collection, or it's a selection. We've got the stamps in a bundle for you. The die that went with them, we do still have available, but I think we've got about 8 or 9 of those left. So if you see that collection and you think, oh, I'd quite like the die with that, you're going to have to go quickly. It's available as an individual item on the website, but only a few are going to get their hands on that because it's going to disappear. Few of those then. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials this morning. Already in is Sarah Brown saying, hello friends, hoping you're all well, doing well today, sending hugs to you all, and so nice to see Sheena. Happy New Year to you, Sheena, sending hugs from Melbourne, Australia.
G'day, Sarah, and Happy New Year.
It's now 10 p.m. there, apparently. Maria Cooper.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one there.
Watch out for that one.
What you got? Oh, you got to look out, haven't you? Got to look out for her, Maria.
Look for her,
Oof, yeah. Hey. Oof. Hey. What? Oof.
Feel the chill.
Hey. Oof. Morning, Ben, and all from a chilly Evesham. It's chilly.
It is. It's cold.
Yeah. It's colder down south at the minute, isn't it?
It is cold everywhere.
It's not as cold up here, which is strange because it's normally colder up north. Nearly wore my shorts in today. It's so warm. Angela says, good morning. This is where it's warm. From a sunny Gran Canaria.
Oh, nice, lovely, yeah.
What temperatures you got there today, Angela? I bet it's pleasant, isn't it? Pleasant.
Probably not 3 degrees we've got here.
Yeah, yes. It is freezing. Every morning my car, I don't know why it does it, but it goes, if it goes under 4 degrees, it goes bing.
Oh, I get 3 degrees as mine. Ice alert, ice alert.
Yeah.
I thought you needed to be like 0 for
But
ice.
that's what I thought. I have that argument with my car
Somebody needs to talk to cars.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the maths is worse than mine.
Exactly right. Because I say that to my car, Bertie, the i30. Yeah. I say, what are you doing, mate? It's 3 degrees. It's not going to be icy, is it? We've got to wait for zero. For yeah. Linda joins us from Maryland saying, hello everyone. Hi to Carolyn from Florida. She's so happy to see you back.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be back. Cheers for that.
Debbie Durrant.
Deborah Durant.
Morning everyone. Lovely bright sunny morning on the Norfolk coast this morning, but still very cold. Lynn joins us from the Isle of Wight. The hashtag Go Live Granny. And Sandra Dundas says, good morning, Ben, Sheena, crew, social media superstar, and all my crafty chatty chums. That's not easy to say. Happy New Year, Sheena. Hope you had a good Christmas.
Thank you.
Angela Laidlaw says, good morning, Ben and Sheena. Looking forward to the show. I love seeing Sheena work her magic.
Well, okay.
No pressure?
No pressure. Yeah, all right then. Bring it on. Me too. I don't know what's coming.
No, exactly. Which side road is she going to go down today? Nicole Bretherick. Hello, Nicole. Good morning, Ben, Sheena, and all the team. Hi to Jill in North Yorkshire and Carol Ann Hanley. I'm going to get this right this morning, Carol Ann. I'm going to read what you've put here. Good morning from the Isle of Man. Yes. Great to see Sheena. I usually never get to see Sheena live as I work on Wednesdays, but off at the moment, so I'm looking forward to today's shows. That's Carol Ann.
Yay, cheers, Carol.
Sandra says, I'm just so excited to follow Sheena's wanderings. I can't always keep up, but it is such fun. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Keeps us on our toes. Rachel says, lovely and sunny today in Rutland, but it's deceptive because it's still freezing. And Sandra says, you tell porcupines, Ben, it's blooming freezing here. Do you know what? I mean, it is. It's positively tropical up here today compared to what it is down south, so I believe. I think that's all of the hellos so far. Keep them coming in. Keep the questions coming in. Let's make it fun. Let's make it interactive. We've got our little sit-down sesh later on this evening, but keep the questions coming in right throughout the day. And don't forget to head over to the website, because over on the website, it's time to sort and store. 30% off, sort and store your 2024. Oh, it rhymes. I'm a poet and I don't know it. Sort and store your 2024.
Good guy, good guy.
All right, my love. You look at this. You've got loads of goodies here. We've got the storage bags for the Gemini 2 accessory plates. We've got the large stamp and die storage folders, tote bags, fab files, totally Tiffany buddy bags. We've got the glue holder, which is amazing, £9 and pence. You've got the deluxe tote case in there, 12 by 12 divider pockets to go in your storage, 5 by 7 fab files. We've got the totally Tiffany Kiwi Lane. We've got the small stamp and die storage folder. We've got your portable tote. Edna's there, Catchy's there, the Raspberry Cheetah, the Crafter's Companion Stash and Stack storage box, the Gemini storage caddy at a brilliant price, junior accessories bag, desktop tote. We've got the marker wallet for your pens. The 12 size one is there. There's basically, have a look. All the deals are there. What I would say to you is, do get in fairly swiftly though, because these sales, people tend to get in swiftly. People tend to get all of the big deals, and then you go along and you go, oh. All the best ones have gone. Have a look today. If it's storage you're after, if that's your New Year's resolution to get yourself organised, then that is the section of the website for you. Tracy Madden says, Ben, your car notifies you to watch out for black ice and to warn you to drive safely in the cold. Oh, so it's not so much the cold temperatures. I always drive safely. Very safe driver, me. Very, very safe. I haven't had any crashes. No, I've seen plenty in my rearview mirror, but I've never... Never. Very, very safe. Flat cap, driving gloves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like driving Miss Daisy, me.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, leading forward. Yeah.
One of the best things which I think has improved my driving in Bertie the i30 is cruise control.
Oh, you see, I haven't worked out the cruise control on mine yet. Yeah,
You haven't worked it out?
I haven't worked it out, yeah. I'm scared to try it in case I press the wrong button and I cruise at the wrong speed.
No.
And I go, switch it off. How do I switch it off?
I might have to show you. I keep trying to show my Laura how to do it, but she's, again, too scared to do it. But I love it. On a long journey, you just stick the old cruise on, get it to 70, hit the button, and then you just relax, like that.
Oh, yeah, wake up when you get there.
You still have to steer. Please drive safely, use your cruise control responsibly. Right, we're going to have a look first of all at the Timeless Leaves collection. Just to say that Special Moments collection does include the Happy Retirement, the cards that you were showing earlier. You've got the cases, which is the new home, you've got Happy Retirement, and you've also got the new job. So those are all there. However, you'll have to go quickly on those because we've certainly got less than 90, possibly less than 80 of those already. This collection as well, the Timeless Leaves, again, we've got not huge amounts of the stamps available for you, a big enough amount for now. What you will have to go quickly on is if you want to go for the die that went with these. We haven't put this in the bundle simply for the fact that we don't have enough to make bundles out of them. I think we've got single figures is basically what we're saying. So if these are going to work perfectly on their own, aren't they?
They work great on their own.
But there was a big die, wasn't there, that went with them?
There was a die that went with them, absolutely. So, and you know what? The leaf, to be honest, is so easy to cut out that if you wanted to just cut it out and have the same look as the die, you could do that if you needed to.
Yeah.
But if you want the die, because you get little twiddly widdly bits with it as well, don't hang around.
That's it. Single figures of those. It's available individually on the website. Just type in Timeless Leaves in the search box and it will come up. First come, first serve. This collection though is $28.80, $32.80 if you're in the US and you're platinum. Beautiful. I love the artwork that you've got within each of the leaves. This one actually is your beautiful winter woodland. Do you know what I love about this the most? And I always say this whenever we have this collection. I love the fact that you've provided us with like the focal point for the front of your project.
Yes.
But then for your inserts, you've almost then got like the little added extra to put on the corner of the insert.
Exactly, or your envelopes, or like you say, inside the card, or smaller format cards. I've actually got some really lovely samples here of that using just the smaller elements because they're not actually that small. They're big. Shall I just show you quickly? Look,
Go on,
check that out. Look, That's, I know it's Christmas, but just to show you just quickly, that is the just the mistletoe there on the deer one.
Yeah.
The winter one that you're about to show. So look at how cool that works. Just the mistletoe.
Absolutely.
No leaf at all.
I think, like you say, you kind of, because you get drawn into the size of like the main leaf, you then think, oh, well, the other ones aren't that big, but they are still super sizable stamps. So the mistletoe, you've got that beautiful deer, and you've got some really lovely sentiments in there too. Things like frosty leaves and snowy boughs, winter blessings, time to sparkle, season's greetings. Next one. So this one is your summer days. So you've kind of, again, covered off all of the seasons, haven't you, in this collection?
That's it. It's all year.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, I know we love Bella Luna, and you love Bella Luna. It was hugely successful and popular, and I love it. But I think this might be my favourite collection, just because I like the concept of that a double exposure look. And the fact that if you want one collection to take you through the whole year, male, female, young, old, this was the collection because it is seasonal.
This one's very much those sort of halcyon summer days with your beautiful apples. Love that as well there, the little box of apples on the picnic blanket. Lovely sentiments in here as well. Be the sunshine in somebody's sky. I love that. You've also got the sunniest memories are those made with you and sunny days ahead. Then we've got our squirrel. I think this one potentially might be my fave. So this one is called Nature's Harvest. You've got the squirrel there with his nuts. And again, this is a great kind of illustration of there's that beautiful kind of main stamp, that leaf stamp, and then you've got the squirrel on his own, which you can pop on your inserts, pop on your envelope, or just use that as an individual stamp elsewhere. Your sentiments in here, you've got thankful for fall. You've also got, don't say words in my ear that aren't on the stamps, please. I find it hard enough to read these upside down and back to front without you making things up. Thankful for bananas, he said in me. No, it's not bananas. You've also got You Colour My World, Harvest Nature, and Embrace Change. And then your last one in this set, which is called Spring Blossom, which is potentially the one which you might be turning to soon. I can't wait for spring, can't wait for summer to come round again. But you've got that beautiful blossom, stunning artwork once again, as you'd expect with Sheena. And then you've got that cute little added extra stamp, and then all of the beautiful sentiments in here. So things like spring never breaks a promise, time for new beginnings, hello spring, and also you brighten my hours like the first spring flowers. That's beautiful, that. You brighten my hours like the first spring flowers. That's that collection, as I say. So your Timeless Leaves 4-piece selection, so many stamps, loads of beautiful artwork, loads of beautiful sentiments. And of course, if you want to get the die to go with those, be quick. That is going to sell out, I would have thought, during this show, because there's many people who will want this, will want that, and we don't have enough to go round. Caroline Hanley says, thank you, Ben. This is why you are presentation lead. Going that extra mile. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. Well, if you didn't notice what I did, Jamie, then I'm not going to tell you. If you're not concentrating on the show, then I'm not going to repeat it. That's why I have the trophy, though. Thank you. Got a trophy over.
Did you get a trophy?
Got a, yeah.
Oh, wow,
solid gold.
Noticed. Wow, nice.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it.
No, I wouldn't thought you would. Yeah, it just happened to be there.
No.
Yeah.
I'll just put that there.
Impressive.
Right, so we are we're going to have a look at some cards with you, aren't we, I think?
Yeah, I've got some fabulous samples here, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? The inspiration. And my team, being my team, are amazing at that. So do you want to see them on the overhead? Or are we ready? So we'll start with spring, because, you know, we've done winter. I'm thinking spring. And you can see the cherry blossom and the smaller stamps used to create the background. This leaf is the one that you can cut out with the die if you're quick. But look, smaller format cards too. Doesn't have to be a big statement. So they do work for smaller cards. Don't think they have to be the 8x8s that are the only things that will work. And I love this. This is the summer. So I wanted late summer. You know, you think summer full on florals, but I thought, you know, what about fruit? Living in Evesham, it's very fruity in Evesham, Ben. Lots of fruit around in Evesham, which is very nice, because I do love that. They have a plum festival just along the road every year. Yeah, so we've got the more of the summer. We've got the autumn.
Oh, I love that.
Now this is, you don't need the die at all for this kind of thing. For for this stamp, and we'll be doing more of that kind of thing. I really like that. Maybe we could demonstrate that.
Oh yeah.
I had nothing like the plan I had already, but we'll pop that there. We might just do it on a white background, but why not?
She's veering off that road already.
Just already, you see how it's like as soon as it's like, hello, that's it, we're on a tangent.
Yeah. What meeting we had this morning? What meeting?
The meeting, you know, we're all standing round, everyone else is going, what like that now? Yeah, not even giving me lip service anymore. You know, it's not even like not even playing the game. But yeah, so then we've got the larger kind of one here. Then, you know, for your stepper cards, works a treat for that kind of thing because we've got all the elements there. And then we're on to winter. So we've gone through all of the seasons, back to winter, smaller format, larger format. I love it. Look, again, another, that's like that. It took me a minute to kind of work that out, but let me see, do it that way. There you go. There you go. So you've got your leaves behind.
Beautiful.
And then we've got that one, the smaller format. Moving on. And so, yeah, so I'm just saying that everything I had planned in my head, we've just basically thrown it out the window, and that could be the order of the day.
Absolutely. Well,
just
there we go.
Keep watching. It'll be as much a surprise for me as you.
That's it. And those are the best shows, right? Because if Sheena doesn't know where she's going with stuff, then neither do we. So it's going to be worth watching. Just to say as well, thank you to you, Rachel. The dye's already sold out. The dye for these, so that has gone already.
Oh, it has gone?
Yes.
Oh, that didn't go last long, did
No,
it?
I know. We only had a few of them, literally. So obviously people have taken my advice once again. And you've got in there already. So well done to those of you that got it. Jane says, this is a lovely set. I bought it already and glad that I did. Sandra says, happy to say I got these when they launched.
Yay.
If you have already got these and you've been creating with them, feel free also to send in pictures. We've had some lovely galleries over the last few days, mainly of cats and dogs. But we are a craft channel after all, so feel free to send in pictures. Anything that you've made with Sheena products recently, we would love to see it in a gallery. We'll do some Sheena galleries over the course of the day today. And remember, this is the big, I know it's not quite spring yet, but I'm going with this. It's the big spring sheen instead of spring clean. As we give you the opportunity to grab all of these amazing collections from 2023 at smashdown prices, and we get ready for the big Sheena launches of 2024. Right, okay, well, let's get started. Keep firing the questions in. Any comments as well, anything you want to see, we'll make it super interactive, and we'll see where Sheena is going to take us on the crafty map. So start your engines, please.
Alrighty, well, I'm speed trimming right now, but you know, this is what happens. This is real crafting.
Yeah.
I had everything ready to show you this lovely card here, that one there, and it's all, everything's there. It's all ready, and we can do that as well at some point today. But this one was what my producer went, ooh, I like that, I like that look, and I like the idea, because there's no dye needed either. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do a twist on that, because you know, like when you follow a recipe, you always want to tweak it a bit, don't you? You know, add it a bit. So I'm thinking we'll do it on white card, but we will do that little across the, at a jaunty angle thing with the leaf.
Okay.
So I am now going to take out my squirrel leaf. Should we do the squirrel? Do you want to do the squirrel?
Yeah, do the squirrel, absolutely.
We can do any of them, can't we?
Anything you like.
Yeah, all right, cool. So now the next option is, now these I should mention, these are photopolymer stamps. So these are like the Rolls Royce. These are the top quality. Brilliant. If you're a stamper, your dream material is something that is as robust as rubber stamps, like, you know, the opaque rubber stamps, but transparent like acrylic. And that's exactly what photopolymer is. So
it's good you mentioned that, again, because people might get confused. They see acrylic or they see photopolymer.
Not
so
the same.
Photopolymer's the Premier League.
It's a much more, it's more costly material to use, but we haven't passed that on to you. Thank goodness that Leanne did make that decision when, you know, we decided about the whole range, which is fantastic. So I went, what, we can bring them photopolymer at these prices? I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
So that's what we decided. So yeah, it's much more robust and it doesn't squish like acrylic. Sometimes acrylic stops clinging as well, or it'll, when you press down, it can get like a double impression because it's quite, it's not as robust, not as sturdy, whereas this doesn't. So yeah, really, really good stuff, and it lasts and lasts and lasts. So now my next option, this is where we're real-time crafting. If I want to make sure I'm going to get a really good image, I would go to my magnetic stamping platform.
Yep.
if I was feeling lucky and like, yeah, a bit of a thrill seeker, I could use a rocker block.
We've got the 8x8 stamping platform on Beautiful Beginnings tonight.
I'm going to use the 8x8. Talk amongst yourselves while I go and get the 8x8.
All right, that is in a, if you shop the day, you'll see that in a bundle this evening on Beautiful Beginnings, the 8x8 stamping platform with a whole host of other goodies as well. So we're going to have a little bit of a look with that. Very handy bit of kit to go for if you're new to stamping or new to crafting. I think you want one or the other, or in kind of the best world, you'd have both, wouldn't you? You'd have your stamping platform and you'd have your rocker blocks.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I do. Definitely. Because when I want, well, you'll see, I'll probably use the rocker blocks. If I do a background like this, or I use some of the images from the squirrel on the background,
yeah,
I'll definitely use the rocker blocks because they're smaller, quicker. I don't want to keep positioning it, then moving it. I just want the job done effectively and quickly. So that is where I would use the 8x8. Now, the other thing I'm thinking here is, I've got that little thing there, so I'm going to have to fold this over. Bear with, can you see what I'm thinking? Right, the reason being, that little bit there is going to move over that little bit there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's hope we're okay with that. So I'm going to position this. It depends where you want it. Jaunty angle is going to be good, but I think I like that off the page kind of look. We'll do it about there. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Right, go to that. And then we're going to position that and pick that up. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to use probably, I like flagstone. I like a pebble would be nice as well for this, but something not as harsh as black. Black's cool. But if you want to show a little bit more of your colouring and have a bit more subtlety about it, I like one of the lighter colours. And I might get this all stamped in one if I make sure I'm inking it up thoroughly. Maria laughs at me at the noise I make when I'm inking these up. It's like not exactly quiet, then I'm not exactly quiet in any other aspect of your life either. So, but I just like to make sure that you've inked it up because it's always better if you can get it done in one.
But the good thing about this stamping platform is
you can go back.
You've got your kind of safety blanket.
Absolutely,
safety net.
It just stabilises on your bike again, isn't it?
That's it.
That's exactly what it is. Oh, but look at that. Spot on.
Not
Boom.
bad.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's lovely. So I'm going to just pop that to one side. We can clean that up later. A bit of stick away if it's a permanent one.
Yep.
Does the job nicely. And now we get to colour this little guy in. And what I'm going to use is, there's a couple of things. We're going to do a couple of techniques. But I'm going to use as my primary colouring product today, because they're fabulous, and I put them together, are the Tricolour Aquas that I put together for the Mother Earth collection. Now, I know I'm jumping around with collections here, but this one will be coming up.
Yes, it is on the way.
So bear that in mind. Because if I was talking to Leanne, if I just put together one set of pens that were just going to be Sheena pens and they weren't going to be branded to any kind of collection, I couldn't do any better than this collection, to be honest. It's not specific to Mother Earth, it's just the great collection of pens that I would use. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be colouring in this little squirrel guy here with the pens, and I'm also going to be using them with glycerin to ink the background. What? So flexible, so versatile, these. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's start off with picking the colours out. Definitely make a colour chart as I've done here, all right? So you've got your neutral colours, you've got your, but importantly as well, you've got this pen here, because in this pen, you've got, this is here, if you just carry a couple of pens around, I would say carry that pen and that pen, if you want to travel light. You know, say if you've got your Pro Sketch kit, your Pro Sketch kit, and I was talking about you can take things out and bespoke it yourself. Like I'm going to put water-soluble pencils in mine, yeah? You could do the same with these pens, take the alcohol pens out and put a couple of these in. Make it bespoke to yourself, because I know thousands of you've got it. So I would definitely do something like that, but make a colour chart so you can see the actual colours, because you'll find they're so much more vibrant, so much more, well, yeah, just intense than they look on the plastic. So I'm going to pick out a couple of pens here. I'm going to go for the browny orangey colours for sure, because, you know, squirrels tend to have that kind of hue to them. And I'm going to pick out this gorgeous greeny colour at the bottom. And we'll just start with that and see where we go. I'm going to use my number 6 round Royal and Langnickel.
Royal and Langnickel.
Royal and Langnickel.
Yes, first one of the year.
It's like, yeah, Julia Childs makes a card. Bon appetit.
They're doing a programme about that, aren't they?
It's the second series. And
I didn't
Leanne
realise.
texts me and she says, have you seen Julia? I went, Leanne, I told you about it. I've watched all the first series. You've got to watch. There's a second series now.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely.
And it's, what's her name, isn't it? Sarah Lancashire.
It's Sarah Lancashire. She is brilliant. She is so talented.
Yeah.
And, you know, Meryl Streep played Julia Childs in a film as well. But I've got to say, for a Brit to like do such a good job for an icon like Julia Childs is like amazing.
She's a very versatile actor.
And a very distinctive voice.
Yes.
If you haven't heard it.
I shall have to watch that show now.
You've got to watch it now.
yeah.
That you've got the Royal and Langnickel.
Royal and Langnickel.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll start off with a little squirrel, okay?
Squirrel.
So, squirrel. So I'm going to just scribble browns on here because it's a good starter point, isn't it, with a squirrel?
Yeah. Scribble the squirrel.
Squirrel the squirrel. Yeah. And then we can take it from there. So we've got some little options there, and then we'll go with a darker brown. So do you want from dark to light, and then we put a bit of black in there probably as well. Just, you know what, you're using hardly any of these colours, guys. Yeah, just because it's on glass, it looks like you're using quite a bit of product. You're not. You're using very, very little. Now, where did my black go? There it is. Thought I'd pick the black out and haven't. And I want some black as well. So let me pop that there. Hopefully you can see all those colours there. That's kind of a palette. And it's going to go further than you think. So start off with the lightest colour. So I'm going to take this pale fawny kind of colour, and I'm going to, and I should mention this is the watercolour card. If I forget to mention, just know my default card will be watercolour.
Yeah, and the watercolour card we've got again later on in Beautiful Beginnings. I thought that was out of stock, but we've obviously had a delivery of it because we've got the 3-pack, so you get 45 sheets. So do have a look for that.
Excellent. Well, you know what? If the clues are there, any product that you're going to add water to could be, you know, your shimmer paints, your Aqua. The clues are in anything that says Aqua. Your water-soluble ink pads, anything like that. Yeah. Go for the water option, the watercolour card option.
Talking of ink pads as well, sorry, Angela just asked the best bag for ink pads. If you're talking buddy bags, Angela, Edna pops to mind as far as I'm concerned. I think she holds about 15 to 18 of our ink pads. So that might be worth a look. All your storage needs, by the way, are on the website. The Sort and Store event running again today, 30% off selected items. And you can always, if you're not quite sure, you can always just like click into the read more detail on each of the items. And it does go into like quite a lot of detail about the specific items. And certainly with the buddy bags, it will give you a suggestion of the kind of things that you can put in there. But Edna's the one that springs to mind for me. And also hi to Sherry Miller, who's joined us saying, am I the only one who has had Sheena withdrawal? I'm so glad to see her work her magic again.
Oh, thank you. Well, I missed you too, guys. I have missed you too.
Yeah.
Please, I'm back. It's lovely because you're a tonic. Coming back here, it's just, maybe that's what I should have done over Christmas. It's just that if I come back, I would have had an immediate boost and I would have been okay again. You see, I did it wrong.
That's it.
I did the whole, like, you know, plenty of liquids and feel sorry for yourself kind of thing.
Yeah. This is the best medicine, isn't it?
Yes.
Crafters TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we've got, can you see that little guy's now becoming he's getting all contoured and he's got some shading and shape to him? Yeah. So we'll go with the darker brown. So it's basically still just 3 colours, and I'm looking, the clues are, look at where I've put more lines, because when I'm drawing, I use line work, not just for the shape of the product, of the item, but for the texture, but also shading. So because it's a fur kind of like texture line to suggest, you know, he's got fur on him, to give you an idea of where to make it darker, I'll put more of those lines there, so it automatically is going to contour that.
So you're giving us a bit of a clue, a bit of a hint there then.
There's always a hint, that's it. Become the Vera, DCI Vera Stanhope pet of the crafting world.
I still must sit and watch that. It's another show I need to catch up on.
Oh, you've
Vera.
got to watch. Have you watched any Veras?
I've never sat and watched a full episode. I've only ever sort of caught bits and bobs of it.
Oh, it's classic. You've got to watch that. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you what I am into, which Zig or Zag, depending on, I never remember which one you are, but Leanne recommended, and I'm now hooked, and she'll laugh because I'm saying this, The Traitors.
The Traitors is fabulous, isn't it?
Oh my giddy aunt. It's on again tonight.
I haven't watched any of this series, and I'll tell you why. Not because I'm not excited.
No.
But because I know I'm too impatient to wait. I want a few built up.
Yes.
So they're talking about it on the radio, and they're talking about it in like clues and stuff.
Yeah.
So if A suggests B, then what happens to C? I'm going, what? It sounds like a mathematical equation.
Yeah.
But I'd rather that than tell me.
Because I hadn't seen it, and Leanne said you have to watch it, and of course it was started last Wednesday, and now I'm hooked. But what they did is they dropped 3 episodes initially.
Yes.
So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then it got to Friday, and I was thinking, oh, they'll drop 3 more tomorrow, but they didn't, and they've left it on an absolute cliffhanger.
Absolutely, and that's why I learned from the first series.
Yeah.
That's what they did, series 1.
Back 'em up.
So I am just trying to not hear, not be aware. I'm just waiting, and we're going to power watch. Probably be one of those ones where you look in the time and you go, oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, oopsies! But I'm not alone, am I? We've all been there, done
Exactly right. Yeah.
Right. So we've got this little guy here. So I'm going to scribble a little bit of green in here as well, because I do want a little bit of a nice kind of, when the leaves are turning. And this moss green is one of my favourite greens, hence it's in there. So we can mix a little bit of this like light browny colour. And I'm not even too worried about keeping in the lines, because, well, I'm not at school and I'll not get talked about in the schoolyard anymore.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Like she's a rubbish colourer in. She doesn't stay inside the lines. So bad. So I'm just going a little bit, just suggesting a little bit of the green as we're going, like that. And I can add more colour later. If you keep the colours pale, and the only way you do that is just add a bit more water, because you can always deepen the colours by going over and layering. A term that they like to use in the watercolour world is glazing. And I thought glazing, what they're talking about, it sounds like they were doing a bit of double glazing advert or something, a bit of glazing. Yeah. But it just means that they like to have a bit of terminology now and again. And it means going over with it, colouring, darkening it and bringing out a little bit more, but instead of putting it all in one layer, you build it up. So we've got that. Can you see how it looks a little bit more natural? But I'm not stressing over colouring in individual leaves. I'm just putting colour down. I think the good advantage you've got with nature as well is that we always talk about nothing ever perfect in nature, is it? So you don't, like you say, don't stress too much. If the colour's not quite right, it doesn't really matter, because... It doesn't. And exactly. And it changes, absolutely. Even if you're out there drawing from nature, the time of the day matters massively. Yeah. The sun moves, the lighting changes, and then all of a sudden, all this, could be from the morning, you've got a different tone to sunset, when all the colour gets desaturated, and like, where did it go? The colour thief's gone. And so, don't worry too much. And a big tip I would give you is, if you're not sure about the colours, look online. There's always reference pictures, photos of actual colours of these things, if you want to be a bit more realistic with them. Yeah. And then, remind yourself from that, create a colour palette. And sometimes that's good to limit your colour palette as well. Do what I did. Pick your pens out before you start and say, right, that's what I'm using. I'm not using any more than that, because that will give me the best chance of it looking good and not too psychedelic. Because if you try and use all your colours at once, sometimes it can look a little bit Sergeant Pepper's. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. On the subject of colour charts, Carol Ann says, someone told me yesterday that you had done your own finger dauber colour chart, Sheena. Where could I find these, or is there a template to do my own, she asks. I haven't, no. Oh. You may be somebody else. I don't know. No, I didn't. Wasn't me, Gov. Wasn't me. It would be a good idea, though. Yeah. I tell you what I have said is, if you've got the Pro Sketch Pack. Yes. Definitely make yourself a colour chart. Oh, yes, in the pads. Because that is a great reference, because I need a colour chart every time I'm playing with these things, because I want to know what the actual colours are like, not what I think they're like, if that makes sense. So I've got a little bit of, what I've done is I've gone darker around the outside a bit with this, because I want it to look like it's a bit faded around the outside and lighter in the middle, yeah? We want a different brown for this tree, so I'm going to use this cooler brown and just drag down like this. Oh, I've got his tail I've missed there. I need to do that. Go back there.
Oh, yeah.
And then just carrying on. And then we're going to use the same pens and some glycerin and blending tools to colour the background as well. So you can see how versatile. If you buy the right products,
yeah,
and they will really give you so much play and so much versatility. And that's the kind of product I love, is usually water-based, that you can go, right, I'll add a bit of cheap and cheerful glycerin, thank you very much. And now I've got another way I can use it. And that's really why when I'm choosing things to put in collections, it's just, I'm so predictable. It's like, you know, Leanne, what would you like in there? Well, water-based to start with, because then you can, you know, you can basically, the same, once you've learned the techniques, all those techniques apply, because it's just still another water-based product that you either use with a blending tool and glycerin, or you paint like this with. And it's all the same kind of, like, you know, principles of more water means paler, less water means more intense. If you want it more intense, you go over it a bit more. And that's it. That's how tricky it doesn't need to be. And
like you say, you've got the watercolour cardstock later on, so you can pick that up. You can pick up the Royal & Langnickel brushes if you want to grab those. Diana's just asking, she says, I'm not well at the moment. Well, we wish you all the very best. Hopefully you get well soon. She says, so I am really enjoying being able to watch these crafty sessions. What ink pads can I use for stamping when using the Aqua pens? Again, that is a good question, which not a lot of people might know.
I use the Finesse ink pad. Sorry, my thing's falling out my ear.
Oh, your ear thing's falling out, is it?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, I'm fixed. I'm back. We have communication.
Back on.
Back on. Yeah, back on Earth. So I've got the
Earth calling Sheena.
Earth calling Nanu. I've got the Finesse, and I love these are great because it's the thing is, there's no clues here. It's like it says what it says on the tin. Waterproof. Look for waterproof. If you don't want the line to move, waterproof's the guide. Okay? Yes. That's the one to go for.
And any of the colours will do, won't they?
Any of the colours will do. Yeah. You know, from black to pebble to the flagstone, all work a treat. But I just like to have that paler colour. I just think it looks a little bit softer. So what I'm doing is I'm just mixing a bit of this blue from that one that's like the process colours, you know, the magenta and cyan one. And I've mixed it in with a bit of black and just colours I've got on my mat here. And I'm just giving a suggestion of a blue kind of sky in there. Just a little touch, because I want it wintry and not in your face, bright blue. I just want a little kind of, you know, look like there's a little bit of colour.
The way you sort of paint that now on my screen, it looks like the squirrel has his hands on a walking stick.
It absolutely does, doesn't it? It does every time. Yeah, that gets me every time.
Very cool.
Yeah, it looks like little father squirrel there, like old wise squirrel. Yeah, maybe I'll write a little book about this little squirrel.
That's it.
The old wise squirrel.
Maybe you could call him Squirrel Nutkins. Oh, no, that's already been done.
Yeah, that hasn't been done before. Yeah. Oh, I went outside the line, Ben, but that's okay because I have a plan anyway. Because what we're going to do, we've got this guy, it's full colour. So the thing is, what you can also do, if you look at this and go, I could do with a little bit of highlight in there. We also have, because I've got everything out here, the Bella Luna highlighter kit, if you want to use a bit of that. So, you know, all of these things, I know a lot of you collect lots of different, you know, collections and things. So I think that's fine, because it's nice when we have shows like this to be able to show you that
mix and match.
Mixing and matching. You're going to get so much more to play with.
That highlighter kit's got the opaque white pen in it, hasn't it?
It's got the opaque white pen.
Is it the gouache?
It's the gouache, absolutely. So I've got that full-on intense colour there. So what I'm going to do is, let's look at those that highlighter kit. So we've already mentioned something from one other set that we've got, the Mother Earth colouring product. But these are the highlighter kits, and I think you can get these individually as well, if they're still available. But you've got your highlighter pen, which is an acrylic-based highlighter pen. I need a bit of black card to show you this. Bear with. Okay, got that there. Oh, a bit strange right now. Mystery there. Yeah.
There's a
What
mystery.
was that about, I wonder?
I don't know.
Yeah, they saw Hetty Wainthropp or Vera Stacey Standard Pet would be analysing that.
Get the magnifying glass out.
It's kind of become like, you know, card forensics when people send a card, like the team will send a card and people say, how did you do that? And I think, oh, okay, let's try and break this down, break it down and work it out, you know. So what I'm doing here is I'm just getting this pen going again because when I haven't used them for a bit, you just got to get that ink, see there now, fabulous, look at that. It's a really lovely opaque white line. You just got to get it moving again. That's your white fine liner.
Yeah.
But then we also have the gouache, and that is the biggest tube of gouache.
Can you chat to me again about what gouache is? Because I missed the show when we first had it, and I still, and I'm sure there's other people out there who don't really understand what is it, what are we using it for?
Right, it's one of those things that, you know, people know about watercolours, know about oil paints and acrylics, but gouache is like, what? And gouache is a really old paint, and a lot of, you know, big artists use gouache, and a lot of them would use gouache before they've gone to like an oil painting if they try stuff out and things. But it's basically, it's an opaque watercolour, that you think of it as that.
Okay.
The pigment in it is not as finely ground as watercolour. So instead of showing the card through, the pigment sits on top of the card. Right. Which means that you can use it to create things like clouds and things. So if you wanted to create like an ethereal kind of misty kind of cloudy look, see how you can water it down, but then you can say, okay, if the sun coming over there a little bit more, I've got a big huge bit on there, and then you can have control over where you want that. See how you've got that loads of options and controls about like how much opacity it has, and that's the beauty of the of gouache. You can do that, and it's much more flexible way of you know, of using a white highlight instead of your harsh white pen. Yeah.
It's like those clouds are brilliant. Just have a little bit of a scribble away. Look at that. Incredible.
It's just lots of circles and then fade them out. So we can use these little bits to add a little bit of highlight if we think we've lost a little bit of highlight there. So the gouache again is really useful. We can pop a little glint, just a little highlight in his eye, just so that he looks like he's got a little shiny kind of like, you know, healthy little pupil there in his eye. Yeah. And then you can, if you think, well, okay, we can add a little bit of highlight to his to the fur, you can put that in there as well. I think we're okay. I don't think we kind of need to work too much on that, but it's an option if you want to do that. If you think, I've lost a little bit of that light there, and I want to, you know, put a little bit highlight back in. We've got ways to fix that or to just improve it. But I think that we'll just pop that there. I think we're okay with that. We could pop maybe a little bit on that horizon line and lighten that a little bit if you wanted. What it's all about, what you're looking at is kind of like looking at what they talk about the tonal value. So if you imagine this was turned to black and white, you wouldn't see any colour, you'd just see shades of grey, wouldn't you? Yeah. So that's what we're looking at, bits that are more intense, bits that are less intense, without the colour coming into the mix. Yeah. And that's it. So we're going to just add a little highlight. In fact, I might use the pen for this, the little extra highlight on these little acorns, because we want them to look really healthy. Like that. Like that. And you can even add a little bit of highlight on these little, the little twiggy bits. We could bring them out a little bit more if you want.
It's so good.
To bring that, and we'll pop that.
Lynn says, why is it no one can paint like our Sheena? I mean, Sheena's had a few years' practice.
I've done it a couple of times.
It's got once or twice, haven't you? I mean, certainly did a few shows last year on Crafters TV.
Say, like starting every Wednesday for the full day with a plan that you throw out the window as soon as you start. You've got to be either like, you know, a bit reckless, I think, or stupid, or both. But you know, it's fun. It's crafting, isn't it? What you're going to do. So, shall we give this leaf a shadow? Yeah. Right, so we'll do a little bit of a foreshadow now. So let's we want a bluey kind of tone. Yeah? All right, we'll just pop a little bit of a shadow. So blue's a good shadow colour. With a little bit of the black, which will be right up at the black there. Right, now this is a good little technique. This is where you can make these leaves look like you've cut them out if you're a bit tricksy with it, okay? So I'm going to mix that in. We want it quite pale. Might need a little bit more black in
So
there.
what colours have you used there?
I used peacock blue and black.
Okay.
All right, and I might pop a little bit more black in there because that blue is quite intense blue. And just make it a little bit more murky, but a kind of a bluey kind of tone. And then what you can do here is we can start to paint a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of following the shape of this leaf, but moving slightly outside in bits.
Yeah.
And it gives that kind of optical illusion of it like kind of sitting on top of the card.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the shadow, can you see on that?
Yeah,
Looks like it's lifted
very
up.
clever.
And then we can like pop that, and if you pop that out a little bit, can you see it looks like that there has lifted up a little bit?
Yeah.
Make it kind of like come in and out from it a little bit, it looks more like it's been given a little bit of shape and articulation.
Have you changed your brush here as well?
Did I what, sorry?
You changed your brush that you're using
still at
for
number
this?
6.
Still the same?
Still on there. You just wanted me to say that again, didn't you? Say that word. That brush, what was that?
I don't know what you mean, Sheena. I don't know what you mean.
Like that there, yeah. And I need no encouragement, as you've noticed. Yeah.
That's why I love you.
Just pop that in like that, and you can see how now we've got that. So hopefully it's giving that little bit of a trompe-l'oeil look, which basically means fooling of the eye.
The what?
Trompe-l'oeil. It's
Trompe-l'oeil.
another arty term. Where you know when you see these stately houses and they've got a wall painted and it looks like you're looking at a like outside kind of like courtyard or something.
Yeah.
That Lawrence Llewellyn used to love a bit of trompe-l'oeil when he did his room makeovers.
Lawrence Llewellyn.
Yeah, and it's basically, it really does, it means fooling of the eye.
Right.
So that's what you're doing, is fooling of the eye to make it look like there's a little bit of shadow. This is sitting on top of that card instead of just lying flat. And there you've got that there. And then what you can do is you can ink around the outside if you want, but you know what, I really like that white space, don't you?
I think it's brilliant. Isn't it great as well that we get the time to kind of see all of this come together? Lillian says, I love that squirrel. I also think he looks like an old squirrel with his cane. And when you added the silver squiggles on the website pic, I thought he was riding a bike. Well, why not? Carol Ann says, the squirrel is cute. Lots of people loving that squirrel. And Suzette Suze is with us saying, hi, Ben, Sheena, friends, and Crafters TV team. Also, hi to Diana Green. He says, thank you so much for answering my question. I only started paper crafting last year and I'm already hooked, but I have so much to learn. Sheena is a fab teacher. I think craft is one of those things where no matter how much you've been doing it or how much you've crafted, you're always learning. It's like an ongoing thing, isn't it? And you're always refreshing as well. I think it's so good if you can come back to us here on Crafters TV, particularly on days when Sheena's in, and you'll learn so much. Christina Sage is saying, wow, Sheena, you have a true talent. I would frame this. I love it. If you want to be able to recreate what we've just seen, it's the Timeless Leaves 4-piece selection that you're after. Normally £51 or $60 there or thereabouts. Platinum price today is £28.80 or $32.80. And remember to check the website, check the shop the day, check the shop the show. All of the deals are there, up to 50% off Sheena products. So grab them whilst you can, and we'll come back with more in about 3 or 4 minutes' time.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Hi, I'm Ben from Crafters TV. As you may know, we've just launched an amazing new website, our new home of papercraft to house all of your crafty needs. And as we've had a bit of a makeover, I'm here today to give you a bit of a refresher on how to reset your password. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. First, go to the Crafters Companion homepage. Next, make sure that you've selected the correct location. Go to the My Crafters icon. Click Forgotten Your Password. Enter the email address linked to your account in the box and then click Reset My Password. Next, head over to your email inbox where you should have received an email with a link to reset your password. Click the Reset Your Password link on your email. Type a brand new password in the password box. Enter it again in the password confirmation box. Click Reset My Password. You will then be logged into your account and taken to your My Crafters page where you can explore the new home of papercraft.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action. If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Welcome back, everybody. We are halfway through the show already. Time is flying over. It is a Sheena Wednesday, the back for 2024, so we love them. Get in touch. Anything you want to ask Sheena, anything you want to see, and of course, get ready later on. Beautiful Beginnings is back this evening from 6 o'clock. That is 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, where we give you the opportunity to, I don't know, ask those questions which you might be afraid to ask in any other show. We go back to basics just a little bit, and of course, we get ready for Essentials Corner, wrapping up your Wednesday, where you can ask any question. The last time we did Essentials Corner, well, last time we did Essentials Corner was last week with Leanne, which was obviously brilliant. But the last time we did Essentials Corner with Sheena, it was obviously brilliant because we had all of the crafty questions, but we also got talking about headphones as well, which was absolutely brilliant. So literally no questions are off limits. You can ask whatever question you want. Whether I then ask them to Sheena or not is another question, but you can, pile them in. So keep it nice and interactive today. And as I've said, loving the fact that we have brought back the galleries over the last few days. Today, if you've got any pictures of projects that you've made with Sheena products, products, then please make sure you send those in and we will make those galleries up and we will show them across the 3 shows today. Now, when we left you, you were just painting the, you were doing the squirrel. You've just added a little sentiment to that one, Sheena, haven't you? And we've pretty much finished that off now.
Yes, I was. That's it there. With just that, you know what? I decided that I like that white space. Sometimes you're tempted to ink it up, you know, but I think that just looks really nice just with it looks more impactful. And I managed to not get any fingerprints in the background, so I embraced it. Normally I have to ink over because it's like, yeah, you know, I'm messy.
Love it. I love it. That will be up for your vote a little bit later on. If you want to get that stamp within this collection, it's the Timeless Leaves collection that you need to go for. $28.80 or $32.80 is your price on this one. You get so much within this collection. You've got all the seasons basically. This is your spring blossom, so you've got that beautiful leaf stamp with the blossom seam within it. Then you've got your smaller sort of complementary stamp, if you like, which will work perfectly with your envelope and also your insert. And again, you could use that as a standalone stamp if you wish. And then you've got all of these fantastic sentiments to go with it as well. Things like Hello Spring, Time for New Beginnings, and Spring Never Breaks a Promise. Then we go from spring to, let's do these in order, your summer days. So you've got that beautiful, it's like an orchard, isn't it? Your apple orchard, and you've got your beautiful apples there. Again, some more beautiful florals and a lovely selection of sentiments to go with that. Love the apples in the little cart there on the picnic blanket. Next up, we go to autumn, which is what you've just seen. Nature's Harvest is our little squirrel there, or not so little squirrel. There he is in full glory, absolutely beautiful. Again, with that smaller squirrel stamp to complement that main image and all of the sentiments to go with it. And then we move from autumn to winter, and we're walking in a winter wonderland. That beautiful stag picture within the leaf there with the mistletoe. Another stag here, more mistletoe and some lovely sentiments to go with it. Frosted leaves and snowy boughs, winter blessings, season's greetings and mistletoe kisses. It's a lovely collection, £28.80 platinum, $32.80 if you're in the US and you're a platinum member. All the Sheena goodies are there for you on the Shop the Show, Shop the Day page, so do check those out. It is our Spring Sheen, Spring Clean. I know it's winter, but I'm trying my best. Where we're basically bringing you the opportunity to get your hands on some amazing collections from Sheena of 2023, ready for what's to come in 2024. Can you give us any sort of sneaky hints and tips as to what's coming up, or not really?
Well, you know what? We've mixed it up so much. We've got, every month you'll see it's different, and and that's the fun bit for me, is the challenge. Just will say, if you like watercolouring, and you've tried it before, and you want to, the easiest way I could possibly imagine to teach you how to do that. That might be coming up. Just might be, but I can't see it anymore. Leanne will be coming running in through here, hurtling, rugby tackle me, and I'll be like, oh, she'll fell me like a tree.
Yeah, the finger wag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be in the law court of Leanne.
I will.
Nobody wants to be there.
Zig and Zag will won't be good.
No. Moving on, Mother Earth, the 9-piece collection. This actually comes with those tricolour aqua markers as well. But this is a glorious collection, very different once again to what you've seen from the Timeless Leaves. It's a £70, $90 collection that you're actually only paying £41.64 or $53.60 if you're a platinum member. Gorgeous, gorgeous imagery again here. And what was the thought behind this collection for people perhaps who are new to it?
So the whole idea was about the whole of the earth, the whole of nature, looking after the planet and respecting all of the planet. So I've chose some different images of what Mother Earth could be around the globe. Different looks, different skin tones, different ethnicities, different florals that also tie into that area, and as well as obviously the stamp that is all about protecting the planet.
Yeah.
So kind of like just combining people
gorgeous.
with nature, and you know that we're all connected, aren't we? We got to look after it.
That's it. I love all of the imagery in here, and again the fact that you've popped together a curated selection of colours to work particularly beautifully with these stamps. But that's my favourite stamp. It's like the hands around the world, isn't it?
I love that stamp because I think that just says it all. That there really just tells the story of the whole collection. That image. and that's it really.
Yeah, all of those beautiful stamps as you've just seen me go through there with a whole host of different sentiments. Really lovely sentiments in here as well. Things like just for you, you mean the world to me, you are my world. You've got you are precious, namaste. You've also got spirit, freedom, love, nature, just really upbeat and positive sentiments and words and phrases, which I think you'll love using on all of your projects. Love this as well. Words like respect, words like strength and love. It's such a positive and uplifting collection. And then the tricolour aqua pens you're going to get in here as well. 9 pens, 27 colours. What you've been playing with today, right, already?
That's what I've been playing with. That's what we've painted the squirrel with.
Yeah.
And that's what I'll just be using. If I was... in all honesty, if I was just going to buy one set of aqua pens now, now that this set is created, forget Mother Earth title, just get that set of pens. But you know what? For the price, if you're going to just buy the pens, the deal that we've got on this Mother Earth collection is just such a phenomenal value, isn't it?
It's huge, huge value today. And again, you're going to see this type of value right across the show on deals that we might not feature. You'll see on the website. Sheena goodies today. That's what it's all about. Smashing down the prices, giving you the opportunity to potentially complete a collection if you've already sort of like picked and chose during 2023, giving you the opportunity to perhaps add another Sheena selection to your Sheena collections. And also, I mean, this one, like you said, is just an absolute must buy. A wonderful curated selection of your tricolour aquas. 9 pens, yes, 27 colours. But again, think of all of the different shades of each colour you're going to be able to create and all of the different colours you'll then be able to make within the colours within the set. Almost limitless, isn't it, really? £41.60 is incredible. $53.60 if you're a Platinum member. Let's have a look at these with Sheena. What are you going to show us?
Okay, some amazing samples. I love this card. This is just... So this card, when you look at it, not only have the pens been used to colour in the main focal image, we've used the pens for the background with glycerin. So nothing other than a finesse waterproof ink pad, and that set of pens to colour this whole card here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And again, all the samples, the same set of card, the pens to colour them. So look at the skin tones, from the darkest skin tone to paler skin tones. All of these little details from subtle to more full-on intense colour. All of the die cuts were coloured in with that. Absolutely... just a really fun set. I love this. It's very kind of 70s kind of retro vibe. I wanted to, you know, in the fonts, when you put fonts in a collection, they tell more of a story than you think. It's kind of a subliminal message it's sending you, because you see that kind of, you know, retro font, and it puts your head in that kind of space.
In that area, yeah.
This is very, I just think that font again suits this look, this namaste, which I think is a gorgeous phrase again. And look at how, again, negative space, you don't
White space is lovely, isn't it? It's gorgeous.
Fabulous. Just that, you know, sometimes you think to make a really good card, it needs to take at least a day. I'm going to ink it to within an inch of its life and do every technique I can think of. And then you got to go, no, look, that's it. That's gorgeous. So negative space, embrace that. We've got the two images there with the hand in the flowers, you know, one hand to the other. Again, look how dark the skin tone is, how intense and rich that is. And that's all done with this set here.
Yeah.
These are all done with the same set of pens. And I need to tell you just quickly why these pens were put together, if I can.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's given you some inspiration. But let me tell you why this is the set of pens. If I was teaching workshops and I had one colouring product for everybody in the workshop, these would be the pens. This will be it. Because I can teach you colour theory with this set. We've got neutrals here, which is just obvious. You've got your black, your charcoal, and your slate, which is going to be, that's going to take everything down. It's going to be shadows, it's going to mute any other colour that's on here. And these colours are vibrant. But you need vibrant. You can't put bright back. You can take bright down, but you can't put the colour back. So this is where all these gorgeous, full-on, intense colours come in. Another one to look at, you've got your brownie colours here, which you can mix, absolutely, but it's nice to have for skin tones, all those skin tones. But the big pen in here, the one that had to be included, this is the carry with you at all times pen, which is going to go in my sketch pack, is the one that has the magenta, the cyan and yellow.
It's the printer pen.
The printer pen. Because when you look at your printer, they can do all kind of skin tones and everything, technically with these 3 colours. And I'm happy to do that and show you how we can mix that with that 3. We can mix skin tones with this pen. We need to do that. Shall we do that? Shall we do it?
Yeah.
And so when all the other pens are there is a bonus. Right, now I've done it, haven't I? I put myself in these situations, Ben.
Off she goes again. We were back on that road. She's taking another U-turn.
Yeah, what can I say? Well, we may as well, if we do this, then we can have a bit of a stamp and a bit of a play.
Yeah.
So, right, let me show you. So we've got yellow. Yeah, there's a yellow. And definitely do this to start off with, and your magenta and your cyan like that. So you're going to start mixing colours to start with. So with your yellow, like that, and your pink, you're going to get an orangey colour, we know that. With your blue and a little bit of your pink, you're going to get a purpley colour, depending on how much you put in, yeah? And with your yellow and your green, blue, sorry, you're going to get a green colour. And it depends on how light or dark you mix that. But to mix a skin tone, basically what you need is you want a green, colour, and a pinky colour in there as well. Usually orange and kind of orange and green, yes, gives you a kind of a skin tone colour. So you can see how we got more of a warm tone there, but we need to add more yellow to it, a little bit more pink, so a little bit too much, and then you just, there you go.
It's so good, this. I never tire of seeing this demo.
And then you add the water, and you've got that different, and that's all. So if it's looking, that was very bluey grey colour, so I just needed, you've only got 3 colours to play with, a little bit more of the other 2 colours, and you've got a much more kind of warmer, and then when you water it down, you've got your different, a warmer skin tone, a cooler skin tone. You can mix a darker skin tone, and then if you want to add a little bit of a blush highlight in that for a face, you just add a little bit more of the pink in that, and then you've got that little highlight in there as well. Yeah.
So good.
That's from your 3
It's
pens.
so unexpected, isn't it? If you've never seen that before, you think, how on earth are you going to create skin colour out of those pens? But incredible.
But look at how gorgeous those muted colours are
as
well. You know, you have that really bright, and this is the pen. They're the colours there, in case you don't see them in that true, full-on, intense form there. That's that from that. There you go. That's why this is a great set.
Yeah. Brilliantly demonstrated there. And again, if there's anything else that you want to see like that, or you want to see more different colours being made, ask the questions and we'll get Sheena to do that for you. Love the last card, says Jill on Facebook. Bought the collection when it came out, and Marsh says I have all of Sheena's collections and it's nice to have more demos. I know we're getting pictures sent through. Feel free to keep those coming in. Anything that you have made as far as pictures are concerned, which we can have a look at in just. Are we going to show one now? Or are we going to? Oh, we're not going to store them all up. All right, we'll have a look at the one from Kerry. There we go, using the stamp you've just shown us.
That is lovely. Yeah, that is really fabulous. Thank you. That's really nicely coloured. Yeah, well done. Love it.
Beautifully done.
Beautifully done.
Let us know on the comments as well, which is, I think if I was a betting man, I would potentially know what the answer to this is going to be. But let us know your favourite collection. Let us know which one you enjoyed the most in 2023, which one you're potentially currently working with. We would love to know. Let's have a look, though, at the Mother Earth collection. Which of the stamps are you going to be working with?
I'm going to use Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, yes. And I'm just going to have a bit of a play with this, Ben. I'm going to risk just using my rocker block. Why not? Because it's a smaller stamp, and you know what? If it doesn't work, I've got the other side of the card.
So here's a question for you, though. When do you tend to rocker block, and when do you tend to stamping platform?
Well, if I'm at home and I'm not in front of a live studio audience, more often than not, I'll just reach for my rocker block.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, I'm old school, and I just used to use them like, it was black belt and rocker blocks back in the day.
Yeah.
Because once you get used to that action, and because of that curve on there, it usually just it just works. But if it's a really big image and it's got a lot of solid parts of the stamp where there's a lot of contact needs to be made, like silhouette stamps and things, that's where I would use the repositionable, because more often than not, you've got to go over a couple of times. Like the butterflies, the bold butterflies, that's a good one to use the repositionable, because you want that black to be really black so you can ink it a couple of times. But then having said that, if this didn't work out great, I've also got my sketch pack with all those pens in it.
Oh, yes.
That technically I could fill in some lines.
Finish it off with.
Yeah, if I needed to. So I'm going to just ink this up like this.
That's still as popular as it ever was, that sketch pack, you know.
That sketch pack is seriously, the amount of people who've come back to me and said, I gifted it at Christmas and I am like the best person ever. The person I gave it to is absolutely over the moon. So yeah, there you go. Seesaw just works, the rocker blocks, yeah. So what I've got is I've got a mask here. So I'm going to pop that over there like this. And I have to thank Debbie for cutting this out for me. Thank you very much, Debbie. Deborah Durand. Deborah, yes. And just take me a minute to, you better get my head in the shot here, but I'm just trying to get that lined over. You know, it's one of those things, but, oh, well, that's close enough, right? So a little mask there, a little bit of stick and spray or something. I mean, then you can reposition it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take this other image off here, this little mandala, which is a quarter mandala, which if you kind of stick it together, you can kind of create a full kind of mandala with it, which is this one here, that one there. And I'm going to try and put it kind of straight. I'm using the crosshairs on the rocker block to kind of like try and straighten that to where I want it. And I'm going to probably put that one there like that. But yeah, we'll start with that. Let's just do it. You know what, every time you do this, the position will be slightly different. So that's all good. So we'll basically want that to go like this. So because I want it to look like that full mandala's coming off the page. So I'm going to do that, line it up sort of there, like that. Okay. And then I'm going to match it up like, can you see how I'm turning it around?
Okay, yeah, very clever.
Kind of there. And at home, take a little bit more time to kind of like, you know, refatten that and get it a little bit neater. And then I'm going to do the same down here. So I can maybe put one there, so it's coming, I might even do so it's coming, no, we'll do it there.
I'm a big fan of that kind of off-the-page stamp look. It's
a really fun way to do it because it just makes the card look so different, you know? It gives it a different vibe entirely, I think. And it's a way of using your larger images on smaller format cards too.
Yeah.
So, right, so now we've got that there.
That's great.
And I can take this, take that off like that. And then I can colour in this area and then fade that into that there. So she's got the little things behind her there now.
That again is such a cool technique, isn't it? The masking off a stamp, it creates really, really fantastic effects.
Absolutely. So now we can start with that skin tone, but to make things easier, I'm just going to use one of these brown colours, Ben, and start like working with that. And we'll use the best thing is, I think, to scribble the colours down, because if you're doing it on like a glass surface anyway, you're using, it's not porous, it's not soaking in anyway. So you're using hardly any of it. So you may as well just add a little bit, you know, put it out there and then give it a try. So always, again, start with the paler colour. And I'm going with this, a mixture of this lighter fawny kind of colour and that warmer brown there.
And that's the tip again, isn't it? Like you say, so you always start lighter.
Yes.
Because you can always go darker.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the same kind of like for our face, if I start lighter, and then you can shade where you need to shade after that.
Yeah.
So just going across the whole thing.
I just, again, like you, like the idea of, you know, if you get these and you're still a bit worried about colours, just jot a few down on your glass mat and just, you know, create some palettes, have a mix, see what you come up with, right?
Oh, absolutely, yes. And then, you know, again, if you've got that pack, write formulas down, write little, and if you know, I did it even in a mixing thing before where I used the squares on my mat for mixing the amount of ink.
Oh yes, I remember that.
I remember. So if you even want to like capture that and think, oh, how do I do that again? Basically, what you do is you just kind of, like 1 centimetre, 3 equal centimetres is going to get me this colour.
Yeah.
2 centimetres of this one I want it, and then you just scale it up. Yeah.
Mhm.
So all I'm doing, I'm not going to try and get too fancy with shading here. I'm just going a little bit darker around the hairline and towards her face. Don't try and contour cheekbones and things. It just gets tricky.
Yeah.
Okay. It's easier just to not do that. And then we'll do a hair. We can put maybe like if we make it kind of a black hair, we can put like a purpley kind of undertone to it to make it look a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can maybe do a little wash of this over there. And you're like, oh no, she's got that, yeah, you know. Yeah.
Purple hair.
Yeah, why not, eh?
Hey?
I said, why not?
Oh, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said Lionel for a minute. Lionel?
No, Lionel.
Why not?
Who's Lionel? Yeah.
Lionel Blair.
Lionel Blair. So, yeah, I might do this one day. I might come in and rebel and have purple hair one day. Who knows?
Well, why not?
I might not.
It's 2024.
Absolutely. Could
You
be
do
the day,
you.
The day of purple hair.
That's it. I think you'd have a shock if I came in one day with purple hair, wouldn't you?
Sorry?
I said you'd have a shock one day if I came in with purple hair.
Yeah, exactly. We should both do that, Ben.
Shall we? Next
hair.
Wednesday.
Hair colour.
Yeah.
So can you see how now it's got that nice little kind of, it's not just a flat black.
So
it's a bit
good,
more interesting.
Yeah.
And then we can look at maybe colouring some of these flowers in. We want some bright colours. Let's do that pink and orange and yellow. This processed one. Let's go with that one, because you've got pure colours in there. You can't get any brighter than all the colours in this. And we'll just start colouring in with that. Thank you very much. And then go for it like that. So let's colour this pretty orchidy kind of colour. And I'm not going to take ages
No.
colouring every little, making sure I don't go outside the lines. I've just coloured a leaf in there, but you know what? That's fine. I can live with it. We'll colour that one there. We'll maybe colour a little bit of yellow in with that pink, and you're going to get more of a rosy kind of look there.
And this is another good example, isn't it, of, not sort of stressing yourself out too much with worrying about like the blend of it and worrying about where the shadows are, the lights and the darks. If you just want to get a colour and just, you're doing here, just whack it on and just paint with it, just have fun with it. Don't stress too much about all the sort of technique-y side of it straight off the bat, right?
No, that's just enjoy it, just have fun. Yeah. It's your composition, it's your creation, and just, do what you want with it. You can, I would say, put the colour down first, and then go over, and if you want to add a little bit of shading like I'm doing now, do that, but don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. More, just keep it fun, for sure. And then we'll pop a little bit more, let's pop a little bit more pinky colour, touch of purple down here.
And just to stress again, so Lynn's, we have covered this, but we'll mention it again. So Lynn's asking if the pens in the Mother Earth collection are new colours.
They're not new colours, they're new configuration pens.
Yeah.
Is what they are. They're in the pens put together in what I think is a logical way to learn how to colour mix, and also theories that would carry through. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, the pen that you use, the printer pen, what's it actually called? It's CMYK, yeah.
CMYK.
Well, CMY, cyan, magenta, and yellow.
Yeah.
And the K usually is there's the black, that'll take the colour down if you want to take it down. Yeah.
That's your go-to pen, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
You're just going to take one pen with you?
That one pen, yeah.
Off to your desert island?
On my island, on my crafting desert island.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't feed myself, I won't have shelter, probably not have water, I might last like 3 days, but it'll be lovely and colourful.
It would. It'd be the most colourful desert island.
Yeah. But a short-lived, colourful spell on the desert island.
Next person that gets washed up there is like, who was here last?
Yeah,
it's the most colourful desert island ever.
Yeah, She's left an SOS in picture form.
Yeah.
Oh, such a shame we didn't get there earlier. Oh, never mind.
Jill says, that's a good idea, Sheena, with the squares on the mat. I always find it difficult getting a repeat colour. Okay, maybe we can look at that a bit later.
Yeah, we'll do a bit of that now if you want, because I'm just, as you can see, what I wanted to show you here is you don't have to spend all that time labouring over, keeping within the lines and colouring every little petal individually, because when you get that on there, you've got all those pretty colours sorted. You're done, really. You don't need to, to worry about it any more than that, really. And then you can, if you want, again, you've got that white pen. If you think, oh, I need to put a little bit of highlight on there, you can do that. Let's pop a little bit, make this little necklace look a bit goldy colour. We'll put yellow. And then with gold, usually if it's got like a brown in it, it's actually, if you have less highlight on it, it looks a bit more metallic.
Yeah.
Like that. And even black in there looks quite good. We can put a little pinky tint to our lips, but like I say, don't go too much with that. Just a hint. Sort
of keeping it quite natural. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it natural. I'll put a little, black then. That would just be a little shadow. Can you see if you're quick, if you do something, if you're quick, you can usually just change that and give a tiny, when you look at that, what I've just done.
Oh,
right.
Never.
What am I like, Ben? If you're really quick, you've got to be brave, right?
Now that's
Loads
magic.
of water.
Yeah.
Right?
And dab.
That.
Save the day.
I feel like Paul Daniels today. I'm not going to lie.
Magic.
You're going to like this, not a lot.
Not a lot.
You can be the lovely Debbie McGee.
I'll be lovely. I've always wanted to do that. Yeah, Debbie McGee to your Paul Daniels.
Absolutely. How could either of us be happier?
Yeah.
Right? Really. If you're going to model yourself on anybody, he was a lovely man.
Was.
But it's probably not what most women want to make the boys that look on is Paul Daniels. But, what are you going to do?
That was always the brilliant question from Mrs. Merton, wasn't it?
So, what attracted you to the millionaire Paul Daniels?
Such a great question.
It's brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah. Oh dear. Thank you as well, everybody, for all the lovely comments coming through. I was asking about your favourite collection. It looks like Bella Luna is the favourite collection from last year, but to be honest, there's been a lot of love coming through for all of them. Mary Jo Bending says, I just love Sheena's collections, hoping for a 2024 collection. Oh, there'll be Sheena collections in 2024. Don't you worry about that. As sure as eggs is eggs. Yeah.
So they're lined up. We've got some corkers, some crackers lined up for you.
When's the first one? Do we know?
Next month. It was maybe going to be this month, but I think it's next month now.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes, like I say, because being the crafter I am, I like to keep mixing it up. Different looks, different techniques, different things to learn, different things to teach and share. Because you want to keep moving on. You don't want it's another one that's like that one. Oh, that's a bit like that one. So that's the challenge, is just keep mixing it up. And if I think, I want to play with that, that's all I can go on is thinking, well, hopefully you guys will too, And so there you can see how now that there, you've got that really pretty coloured panel there, and we can create a background as well. We can, for her to sit on too.
Okay.
Let me, where have I put my bits here? So that we could stand on there with a word in. I'm going to wipe this up. So if I can have a time to wipe that up, Ben, pop that on there, and I'll stick that on there, and then should we create a background for it to sit against with that as well? With the blending tools, using those pens. And we'll do a bit of mixing. Yeah?
Nice.
Yeah?
We will. We will get that ready to go in just a few moments' time. Thank you, as I say, for all the lovely comments coming through. And thank you for all the chat about what we were chatting about yesterday. Lillian Kwok says, ask Ben about the tassels. I don't think we need to go down that road again. Moving swiftly on, let's go for a quick break. Opportunity for you to get your baskets and your carts checked out. There are loads of great deals for you as far as Sheena's collections are concerned. As we've said, with the individuals included that we've got on the Shop the Day and the Shop the Show, we've got up to 50% off. So please do get shopping, snap up the deals whilst you can, because like I said, a lot of the deals are quite low stocked. And also, whilst you're over on the website, the Salt and Store event continues as well, with up to 30% off a whole range of different storage items there too. Things like your buddy bags, things like Totally Tiffany goodies, things like your totes, deluxe totes, they're all there. Have a good look through. If it's storage you're after, that was the New Year's resolution, to get your craft room sorted. Then we've got plenty of ideas for you. We'll come back. Feel free to fire in any more questions, any more comments, and we'll come back, do some more with Sheena. And then it'll be just about time. This show has flown over. We'll see you back here in about 4 minutes.
When it started about 20 years ago, probably a bit longer because I've always been quite crafty, but I got into scrapbooking. When my youngest daughter was born, I decided to do scrapbooking. I got all this amazing crafty stuff that I put into all these pages. Really, I started getting into card making probably about 15 years ago, and then that was it. I have so many people that inspire me, and I have to say, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a crafter's companion, but Sarah Davies was one of the first people that I got to meet in the craft industry. My mum got me into crafting, so that's my main inspiration. So you can imagine how excited I get when I get to meet Sarah Davies. I mean, when I then got on this design team, when I got to work with Sarah closely, everything from then on was amazing. But my mum is definitely, or was, the most inspirational person in my life through my crafting. Gossip, I can't give you any gossip. I mean, that's between us. Do you know what? We were just literally in the green room. Everyone, it's just been done out, and John's been in there, and it's become this place where everyone just comes in, and it's just this gossip fest. And it's amazing because we're all such good friends, genuinely, and I know you all know that. But we have the most amazing time between us all. Me and Craig bounce off each other because we're very similar in our crafty ways. But also me and Debbie, we're full of giggles, and me and Jan and Corinne and Michelle, everybody that I work with is amazing. On the set and off the set, it's just incredible to work at Crafts Companion. Non-craft facts. Well, I have to say, I'm a bit of a singer and a dancer. I'm not good at either. When I was little, I did win a disco dancing competition for the school, and I come second to a Michael Jackson tribute, which I was quite gutted about because I thought I might have won that. So I used to do a bit of disco dancing, and I love dancing. I used to be part of an adult dance group, and it's something I'd like to take lessons.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome back, everybody. Lynn Morton says, as a side job, Ben, you could advertise kitchens like Debbie McGee does. I don't know, does she do that, does she? Does she have, I've never seen her do that. But I was just doing the, you know, when they have the ladies that, you know, do the, what are they called? Like, what was she called? Like,
the
glamorous
lady.
assistant. They did all that, didn't they? And they'd just like, you know, they'd have feathers in their hair.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
And they'd push the, you know, the thing on, and then they'd jump in and get sawn in half.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming up later on, actually.
Yeah.
Watch later on in Masterclass when Sheena saws me in half.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been watching Alaska, The Last Frontier, so I've got the chainsaw in. Yeah, it's all entertainment for you today. And then later on tonight in Beautiful Beginnings, Sheena's going to be firing me out of a cannon across the car park for her final trick of the day. Whatever you want to see, just let us know. We're up for it.
Yeah. So we look forward to that a little bit later on. All the magic tricks from Sheena. Right, just before we move on to another collection, I know you're just going to finish off the card, aren't you?
Well, I thought I'd show you the other little techniques with these pens as well, because we can use them to blend with. Yeah, shall we?
Yeah.
So I think we'll go with a pinky colour, because we've got all this. If you look at how we've got the matting and layering, we've got all this going on here. So I'm thinking that there is a nice colour to use as the main colour for this, which is Scarlet. Bit of Scarlet O'Hara. I'm going to find that there from my... did you get that reference, Ben, or not? Or is it just me?
What's that, sorry?
The Scarlet.
Scarlet O'Hara?
Yeah, Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, just, you know, what's one of those things. Right, and we'll do that, and then we maybe do a little bit of... we could do a little bit of green as well in there. Shall we do a bit of green as well?
Yeah.
Why not? Where's me? If you don't put them back in the same order, it's a little bit trickier to find them. Just saying.
Who's mixed those up, eh? You need a glamorous
like
assistant
me.
to put those back into the right place.
Not like me. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Scarlet to colour this in here, like that.
Okay.
And you can be really precise, because the good thing is with these nibs, they're really flexible.
Okay.
And if you use them on the side, you can basically cover a large area quite quickly. And then we can use a little bit of green on the leaves if we want.
And this is something you'd really only do with your watercolour pens, right?
These are the watercolour pens,
Yeah.
yes. You can't do these with your alcohol base because it would dry way too quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll stamp like that, and we've got a little thing there. And what you can do, we can just keep, we'll colour this in and reload it, because what we'll do is we'll continue around the background a little bit, and then we're going to blend it a little bit as well.
Okay.
So I want to make this quite even on intensity, at least in the corners, because we may go a little bit paler as we go around the card, and that's really easy because all you're going to do is spritz it with a bit of water. Kind of giving the game away a bit there.
It's not something we see that often, actually, colouring onto your stamps. It's, it just creates a really nice effect, doesn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant, because it just shows how flexible, how much you can do with these products, and that to me is a good investment. I want something that's going to multitask, if possible, and these absolutely do. They really do. So we've got the 4 corners there done, and then what you can do is, see if I've got a spritz bottle here I've located. Might not be much in there, but what you're going to do is spritz across like that lightly, because there's so much more in this than you think. Can you see how you wouldn't even think there was that much colour still on there? Yeah? Can you see how, look, we've got all that still on there, and I might still get another. What I'm doing is I'm spacing it out a little bit before I add more colour. Yeah. Because I want to vary it up a little bit as it's going.
So there's a little spritz and a waft every time, yeah? Just spritzing onto the stamp.
Yeah, and that's what, how many did I get? 1, 2, 3. I've got 3, and there's still colour on there. But because I want to have it quite even around the outside, I'm going to just wipe that up and reload it and then spritz again, yeah? And the reason I'm wiping it is just that I don't want to dilute the ink in my pen. So I can start again with the more washed out kind of version with a little spritz. I'll pop that one there. But it's such an easy, so you've got background, you've got foreground, you've got the focal point, you've got all of these things you can do if you invest in the right colouring product, the right set. You can just keep going, and you're not going to get bored with it. And I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that side space there. I like that. I'm going to dry that, Ben. Then we're going to do a little bit of blending. That's clearly not the right colour. Green onto red. Hello.
Oh yeah, don't mix your tops up.
No, don't mix your tops up. I'm going to dry that really quickly, and then we're going to blend it a little bit with some ink, and then we'll stick this together, and you can see what that looks like. But look at how pretty that paper looks, just like that.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, we could add water and fill those in a little bit by dragging the water into that. But we're not. We're going to use a blending tool, and I'm going to use the Scarlet. And then we're going to use a little bit of glycerin. And because this is in a little tub, I'm going to take a little bit of glycerin out like that on my my brush. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of glycerin onto my blending tool. This is important because this is going to thicken that ink up and make it blendable. And then you can go around and just drag that in and give it a little bit of colour like that, like this, around the outside of the card. And then you've got that tied in, so it's not just the white card, it pushes it back a little bit, but it ties in that, kind of unifies that pattern a bit. And then we can, it's another technique. Can you see how well that blends? Just that little bit of glycerin, and you've got such a great value for money set.
It really is, like creating your own backgrounds, as you say, creating a gorgeous frame there as well. That is stunning.
And then we're going to stick that on there, like that, like this, quickly, like this. Speed stick it.
Oh yeah. New refillable tape pens, there they are.
Yeah, these fabulous, yeah. Loving these. And then we can pop that together, let you see what we've done. And it's nice that we've done that in real time and we've tweaked it. We've done a little bit, you know, had a bit of play with it.
Oh, yes.
And everything is coordinating. Everything goes together because we've kept to the same colour family, the same, pens. We haven't, even when you get a lot of pens, it's really tempting to think, well, I want to use them all. But don't stick, limit yourself with them. And then we've got that there like that.
That's so good.
And then we can pop that there. And then...
I love the fact producer Dean today, he's going to, first image, that's the winner. And he's just said that and we've gone, oh, that's the winner. They can't all be winners, Dean.
Winners, so
You've got to place your hat on one.
He's hedging his bets, isn't he?
That'll win.
No, that is the winner.
And that one will win.
No, the other one's rubbish. That one.
Yeah, that first one, that was terrible.
There you go. So that was another, we haven't done too bad so far playing. On a little bit of a tangent, have we?
That's it. Sheena's magical mystery tours. They're coming to take you away. Come to take you away. Quick question. We'll get a vote going, I think, as well in just a minute. You mentioned glycerin on the show, and this is always something which crops up, and I think people get a bit confused about. But Lillian's asking, can you mix alcohol ink with glycerin?
I haven't, and I wouldn't.
Right.
Because glycerin is water-based.
Yeah.
And alcohol ink is alcohol-based. The clues are there. Kind of oil and water.
So for those people who, again, who are new and heard you talk about glycerin, when would you use glycerin and what's the purpose of it?
Right, so glycerin mixes nicely with any water-based product. So it'll mix with your pens. I've used it to mix with my ink pads to blend them, to make them blend easier. And that's basically what it does. It's very thick. It's very, I'll not show you the thing, but you can see how gloopy it is in there. It's viscous. It's like, it doesn't pour quickly. Can you see how it's like, like a lava lamp? You can imagine it's probably like glycerin in a lava lamp kind of thing. And so what it does is it thickens up the ink. The ink's very runny, very watery. So it thickens it up and it also retards the drying time. So it slows it down, which means it's kind of like moves across the surface of your card. If you didn't add that, what would happen is it wouldn't cling to the foam very well for starters. And then when you did that, it would just go and it would just grab it.
Right.
And it would just be a splodgy and it wouldn't move. You couldn't blend it. But that's what the glycerin does.
Okay. It's all good. And keep these questions coming in. As I say, we're all about the interactivity on a Wednesday. More of your questions being answered throughout the day. We have a masterclass coming up at 3 o'clock. And then 6 o'clock tonight is Beautiful Beginnings. We are going to do a vote very shortly indeed, but let me just remind you of everything you're going to get in your Mother Earth collection. The artwork is immense. The stamps are blooming fantastic. The one that we just used is this one. This one here. So you can go for the full collection, which is £41.60 or £53.60. All of these beautiful images, again with beautiful florals that accompany them, beautiful corners, some really lovely sentiments and just like really lovely words here as well. Things like respect, things like strength, calm, things like hello, just simplicity really when it comes to kind of just creating projects and cards for non-occasions, if you like, when you just want to send a bit of positivity to somebody, then absolutely this is the way to be able to do it. Loads and loads of beautiful images in there. Love this one. And the last one is my favourite. I think a lot of people's favourite, with the hands around the world. Again, with lovely sentiments like, just for you, you mean the world to me, and you are my world. You get all of those stamps included in there, and of course don't forget, within the set, the specially curated Mother Earth selection of your tricolour Aqua pens. These are incredible again. So you've got, well, it's 9 pens basically, but it's 27 colours across those 9 pens, and then you've got the mix and matchability of all of the colours within the set to create even more colours, and of course all of the shades that you'll have from each of the colours that you've got in that collection. They're not new colours, again, just to reiterate that. However, it is a specially curated collection of colours that we think will, well, not only work with this collection, but just afford you lots of fun when it comes to playing with your watercolour pens. £41.60, $53.60. Christine says, wow, I really love it when Sheena's in. She gives me so much inspiration. Happy New Year, Sheena. That's from Christine. Karen Fisher says, I can't believe how fast Sheena put together that gorgeous card. Wow. And Adriana Faria says, so pretty. This is my favourite stamp of the collection. What's your favourite demo, though? That's the question we're asking now. Vote for your favourite demo. Recap on what you've made us, please, Sheena.
Yes, all right, so the first one, we used the Leaves collection, and we did an off-the-page kind of look, and you could do that with any of those stamps. So this could be winter, so spring, summer, or fall. All you got to do is call and do it. So that
all you got to do is call.
We'll be there, Ben, won't we?
We'll be there, because you got a friend.
Got a friend. That's it. And then you go into, you got a friend in me. No.
You got a friend in me.
Oh, God. You know what? I'm like, need no encouragement. We are total tangent people, and we've just got to embrace it. But that was the first one. So that was just stamped with those stamps, coloured in with the pens from the Mother Earth collection, which is what this one is all about, Mother Earth. This is a Namaste stamp from that. And all of the imagery on there was from that one collection, and everything was coloured in using the pen bundle that I put together in the tri-colour format to go with that set. But it goes with any set. That's such a good collection of pens for anything.
So 1
or 2. I could have just said 1 or 2, couldn't I? Can you imagine how quickly that would have gone? No,
but you know, I liked it. I like the detail. Like, it's good to be thorough.
Recap. Do you like that recap?
I did like the recap.
Okay, that's fine.
We've got a lot of time for that recap. Right, few quick stamps to show you on the screen when it comes to half-price deals. These are all individuals available for you. This is the Chin Chin. This one was the all occasions initially, was it? The reason this one is on its own, again, what you'll find with a lot of these, we haven't sort of got full collections for you, so do pick these up. These might be the ones that, do you know what, help if you're doing a big spend, get you towards free shipping, or indeed, if you are someone perhaps who hasn't got a huge budget today, but you still want to get some crafty goodies in your basket, this is definitely a way to do it, because this is an £8, $10 stamp set for just $3.19 or $3.98. I love the gramophone.
Yeah, I love those. I love those old-fashioned things, and especially if you're into music these days, you know, it's just that nostalgia thing, isn't it? It's just so cool. Yeah. That yeah, I'm really I'm loving that. Yeah, little dog sitting in front of that would work nicely, wouldn't it?
A what? Oh yes.
A little dog. Yeah.
His master's voice.
Sorry.
His master's voice.
His master's voice. Absolutely.
There's only 8 of those left, so you're going to have to be quick if you want to get, because that's going to go. There you go. Green on the screen. I mean, it's super duper, pooper scooper limited stock, that. Yeah. Next up, now I missed the launch of these when we brought these to Crafters TV, the Paint Fusion stamps, and we've done these in individual bundles for you. So these are lots of different types of flowers and foliage here, right?
It is, and this was what I brought out with the to folk art kind of techniques. So where you use acrylic paint and you want to make it an easier process, this was the stamps that are used as a foundation to then you paint over the top with brush stroke folk art technique, and you don't see the stamp when you've painted over it because acrylic paint is opaque. But you can use them just as stamps in their own right as well, which I've done before as well. Ben. So, and the good thing is because they're deconstructed, you can make a garland with that. You can put them in a corner. You can put the arrangement wherever you want it to go.
Well, that's it, isn't it? And across these, you know, that's a collection on its own with the berries, but then you've got the lilac, and again with that you could mix and match that up with elements of, if you have a look at the lilac, elements of, you know, this collection, obviously there's leaves, there's the florals there, so you can mix that again and match that up with the next collection, which is your rose bloom. So they're very interchangeable, aren't they?
They are, absolutely. And the rose is the only one that looks a bit strange because, well, how does that work? I deconstructed the rose so that if you were using acrylic paints, if you painted the base layer, you wouldn't see the middle bits. So the idea was to paint the base layer with acrylic paint, then you stamp the next bit, paint that, then you stamp the next bit, paint that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But if you're using that just as a watercolour, I would stamp the rose. So the big bit is the bit that you've stamped first. The top bit that looks like 3 little leaves there, that's the one you'd stamp with the big leaf pointing upwards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then the other bit that looks a bit like a teacup on a saucer.
Oh, yeah. I never saw that first, but I see that now. Yeah.
That goes in that middle bit on the bottom, so it looks like it's sitting on a saucer.
Yeah.
And you got your rose then put together.
That's very clever. So it's almost sort of, it's like constructing the flower, like a decoupage almost.
Because I had to think of that process. How could that be made to work with an opaque paint? So if you've got like the acrylic markers and things, you might want to colour them in with the acrylic markers we've got on the show as well, and then stamp them up.
This next one's quite interesting as well. Talk us around the Simply Sweet.
Oh, right. So Simply Sweet is, again, that was the easiest bit where you can add a bit of colour to it. Oh, we should do that at some point with those acrylic markers.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Masterclass, maybe?
Yes, let's do that next 2 hours. Note to self, remind us if we forget. Let's bring that in with those acrylic markers. You'll see why you want that then. Oh, not many.
All of these, like if you're wondering, thinking, oh, that limited stock bug's stuck on the screen, all of them are limited stock. I'll tell you how many we've got these. We've got 3. We've got 3 of those remaining. So, yeah, we might not be able to do that.
We might not be showing them, but shall I tell you what you can do?
Yeah.
Basically, stamp those out with a black ink and then use your little acrylic markers with little dots to create little flowers in amongst that bouquet, or dots for blossom on the branch, little ticky shapes for the lavender. So if you look at that, it looks like a bit of hay bale kind of thing. Oh yeah. You would do your little purpley dots at the top of that to make it look like a bunch of lavender. See how it works?
I get it. And by the way, just to say, like Masterclass, we're going to look at some more pictures in a second. Masterclass, you know, we are there to kind of give you the hints and tips and ideas. So, you know, even if that does sell out, if you do want to see it, let us know. And if there's enough clamour to see a particular set, we can do it, you know, I think.
I think it would show you how to use those markers well anyway.
Yeah.
If you've got the markers, we think the markers, or you've got those stamps, you think, that would be an easy way to use them. I think we should do it anyway. Yeah. Request it. Let us know what you want to see. We've also got more in the Paint Fusion collection. This is the butterfly with stamps. So a bit more of a traditional stamp set, this one, really, isn't it? Again, but it still works with that that brushstroke painting style with folk art. Yeah. But again, just nice little stamps in their own right. Yeah. They're very literal. Yeah. And I'll tell you, with all of these, let's be transparent here. So the previous one we had like 9. We had 3 of the one we've just shown you. We've got 14 of the butterfly left available. All of these are going to go. Right? Don't think to yourself, oh, I'll come back and get these later on. These will not be here in the masterclass show. You've then also got on the collection the daisies, and again, this is sort of build up your own beautiful daisy bundle for £3.19 or $3.98. You're going to tell me now we've got 400 of these. We've got 2. That is brilliant. But you know what I'm basically saying is they are half-price deals. They are low in price. They are low in stock. So if you like the look of them, please go swiftly because those will disappear. Marsha just said I would like to see some demos of the Paint Fusion collection. Well, you know what? I'd like to play with the acrylic markers, and I'll be honest, complete transparency again. I haven't played with the acrylic markers yet, so let's play with that and see what we can do with it. Let's have a discovery together. Yes. I like that idea. We'll go on that magical mystery tour together. Paul Prince Times 4 just saying, I used that gramophone set with the Roaring Twenties collection. Great crossover there. That gramophone, absolutely perfect for using with that Roaring Twenties set. I've got the result for the demo of the show, but we'll do that in just a second because we're going to have a look at some pictures that you guys have sent in. I love the fact that you've been sending in all your inspo. Jutta has sent this one in. How gorgeous is this, Sheena? That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. Yeah, very classy, very lovely, very well coloured in. Nice one.
Using the, what did we call, I know it's sold out now, but what did we call it? Is it swirly?
No, there was twiddly widdly bits and swirly whirly bits. It depends whichever.
Did we do blingy wingy things as well, or did I make that up?
Stringy blingy things.
Stringy blingy things.
Yeah, the stringy blingy things were on the snowflakes.
Yes.
These are twiddly widdly bits, and the stringy blingy things was on the snowflakes.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Nancy Carper, here's yours. This
Nice.
is fantastic.
Lovely. I like that.
Don't like the mirror image.
Yes. I love the fact that you've used the mirror cord underneath to give it that bling. At least that little highlight there. Very nice. And you've done fancy mirror image stamping, as you say. With it. Very advanced. Respect.
That
Lovely.
is very advanced. Respect to you. That's done with, I want to say Debbie Robinson showed me that a while back. And isn't that done using the multimedia mat that we brought out? I'm trying to think and remember.
I need to see that. I don't know how she did that. I need to see Debbie.
Nancy, remind us how you did that, because that's very clever.
And
then,
to you, Debbie Robinson.
Yes. Crafters love you more than you will know.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And you can tell it's a Sheena and Ben day. The singing's back. And then Karen Fisher in WikiWatchy. This is beautiful with that butterfly.
Isn't that gorgeous? That
Yes.
is stunning. That is lovely. Yeah, you see, my brain, I've got to say, I can do like a sideways fold, a tent fold, and a push, a gate fold.
Yeah.
When it comes to like kinetic kind of cards like that, that's where I call in the help. So
Call in the help. Do you mean
call in
me?
help. Yeah, really. Ben will do it.
Demo of the show vote is in. It was very, very close. Just to say before we reveal that, of course, 2 more shows to come today. It is going to be a busy old day. Masterclass is the middle show. So, right, we're back at 3 o'clock UK time, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. It's all about Sheena's products. So we've obviously got the beautiful timeless leaves. We've got the Mother Earth collection. We've got Bella Luna. We have got so much. The Special Moments collection. A plethora of items under my counter here. So let us know what you want to see in particular. If you want to get any requests in between shows, you can. If there's a particular technique that you want to see, if there's a particular collection you want Sheena to play with, just ask. And if we can, we will do, because we're like that, you know. And then, of course, later on this evening, beautiful beginnings coming your way too. Again, with lots of hints, tips, ideas. Let's make it your show. What do you want to see? What do you want to know? What questions do you want to have asked? Just get in touch and let's make it a super duper interactive day. Demo of the show was pretty close.
Pretty close?
It was like oh, that's in the lead. Oh, that's in the lead.
Was it
Oh, that's
neck and neck, was it?
Oh,
wacky races.
Eh?
Wacky races.
It was like wacky races. Thankfully, Dick Dastardly and Muttley didn't spoil the vote, but the winner by 4 votes.
4 votes. Peter Perfect.
Is, what was she called? Penelope Pitstop.
No, yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't Penelope Pitstop. The winner was number 2.
With Namaste. That's Penelope there. Yay.
Yes.
Okay, cheers for that, guys.
Yeah.
Please you enjoyed that. I like that card because it shows just how versatile those pens are, doesn't it?
Absolutely does. I'm just trying to think of all the names of the people in the wacky races now.
Yeah.
There was the
Anthill Mob.
The Anthill Mob. Who were the cavemen?
Oh.
What were they called?
them.
And then there was the monsters that had the big haunted house car.
Yes, it was like the monsters, wasn't it?
Yeah. What were they called? The Slag Brothers. That was the cavemen. And then there was the monsters. There was the guy who had the beaver.
Oh, I can't remember him.
No, not the Anthill Mob. No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at this all on the break.
That's research between the shows for you.
Yeah.
I'll give to you.
Red Max was the guy who had the plane. I remember all of these. I'm going to have to go and watch Wacky Races in between shows. I mean, if the bosses are watching, we're going to be working and prepping for Masterclass. But massive thank you to Sheena. We will be back in a couple of hours' time. Let's make it your show, as I said. What do you want to see? What do you want to know? We will do it for you. And Karen says, Ben, I'm in Wesley Chapel, Florida. There is a Kimberly in WikiWatchy. I can see the confusion. Look at me trying to be clever and I get you in completely the wrong place. Apologies, Karen, but thanks for sending in your pick and thanks for watching, everybody. Until later, bye for now.